What is up, folks? TrevorTCG here with the last installment of quote-unquote Proxy Week. Lol MTG 30 modifier. But I'm sure you're sick of hearing about that. Today's proxy deck is blue-black, finally moving into Dimir, you know, and some sweet stuff. So obviously, we have our 4 proxies. Into what are we casting? We have our blue-black kind of suite of like excellent spells with Consider, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, a single Cling to Dust, just some utility there, with the Exile effect, and then also being able to, you know, gain life in a tough situation. Ledger Shredders, taking advantage of all our early spells here to trigger this, and provides with another threat. We've got Make Disappear, provides with counter magic. See the Truth, obviously combos really nice with the Proxy, lets you go and play the late game really well. And then for removal, we've got Eliminate, one Eliminate, which also hits small walkers, 2 go for the throats. 1 Heartless Act, and then you also have a Drown in the Lock, which does double duty here. I don't want to go all in on it, because, hey, it's not always on, but it is a kill spell that you can cast on a proxy from the graveyard that you can also play from your hand as a counter spell. Whereas, for example, Make Disappear, obviously, if that's like the one spell, you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to do this on turn 3 and make turn 3, oh, wait, if you've not played a 1-drop, you've got to recast your proxy. Whereas here, you know, you can do something, make something happen. A single Brazen Borer, bit of a flex slot, 2 copies of Graveyard Trespasser, 2 Lilianas of the Veil, and 1 copy of Murderous Rider as like another kind of like solid kill spell, but also prevents a little bit of a threat, you know? You can pressure opponent's left total. Into the mana base, a single copy of Hall of the Storm Giants, along with a Clive of the Hive Tyrant, and 1 of each on the man lands. 2 islands, 2 swamps, along with 2 Fable Passage. Each pretty important because they enable your Fatal Pushes to help you kill bigger stuff. 1 Otawara. 1 Takanuma, again you can read by proxy, you can buy other stuff, pretty sweet. Pathways, a single marsh, a single river. Like we've got like a super high land count, and getting the early untapped land is very, very important for your like Thoughtseize. And we kind of Fable Passage is kind of like a bit of a it's enabling our Fatal Push. It's serving another role here, whereas like a tap chip or Rush one isn't really do. And then, yeah, we've got the 1 River and 4 copies of Forty Grave. Into the sideboard. And fairly straightforward here, basically. Mystical Dispute, blue decks. We have a Hand Disruption package with 2 copies of Duress and 2 copies of Go Blank. And then along with that, we've got some kind of more durable threats that also interact nicely with the graveyard, with Graveyard Trespasser. 2 copies of Enlightened Tusk. You might see there's some graveyard hate coming in. 2 copies of Ritual Soot. There's a few different options for black removal spells. We have a few things where we want to use our graveyard, or we don't want to play Shadow's Verdict, 5 mana 1. Oh, I can't. And then Extinction Event doesn't really catch everything, and often it's some of those pesky 3-drops that are like they go like 2/2/2 or 2/2/3, and the 3 is like really important, but the 2-drop is still gonna kill you, and yeah, gonna be awkward. It's trying Ritual Slot here, and then also 2 copies of Sorrow and the Mirthless, 1 support threats. We'll play the mid-range game. There we go. Yeah, I think blue-black's one of them. I think blue-red's really good. I think blue-black's really good. The blue-green list we put together, the Marvel one. If you've not seen that, check it out. It's really sweet. Maybe slightly less competitive. I think both of the blue-black and the blue-red very competitive. And yeah. Let's get into a ranked match. If you're just here for the deck, hey. Maybe hit that subscribe button, like the video if you've enjoyed it. If you're interested in more Explorer content, I've not done a blue-white proxy list. I'll be honest, I was like, oh, we can replenish, and then of course, proxy is out of the graveyard. Proxy only triggers when you cast it. I was like, oh, okay. I was going to do some whole, like, proxy refurbish, with Gateway. What's it called? The 7 mana artifact that brings that eternalizes stuff from the graveyard. Anyway, would have been sweet. Doesn't quite work out the way I wanted to. I was like, oh yeah, of course that doesn't work the way I wanted to. So I've been put off blue-white. But hey, blue-black very competitive, and we're going to take it into a red game here. So we've got our Thoughtseize, but this is kind of how we drew it up. Like we let's draw another land over the next couple of turns, but on the play, with Thoughtseize into potentially Ledger Shredder or Counterspell, depending on what we see. I'll lead Watery Grave. Just because we've only got 2 lands in hand at the minute, the sources that we make are actually super important. Okay. So the way that hand shapes up No, yeah, because the Stomp doesn't kill Ledger Shredder. That's pretty nice. So we get to take the Mystic, and presumably they didn't just draw one. We get to make our Ledger Shredder basically for quote-unquote free, because they're going to have to take a turn off before they can cast one of their 3-drops. That's the plan anyway. I will hold this Watery Grave though. Make Ledger Shredder, and then we'll be able to untap and then hold up, make this a bit. We'll see how that goes. It's a nice opportunity to play the Hive, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. A lot of our threats are like a little durable. We're not like overly dead to things like just getting stomped. I have a land, and so I'm tempted to let this resolve, attack over the top, and then like go for the throw on their upkeep after they discarded to it. Seems a little greedy. We can still make this appear. I do kind of like that. Yeah. Or I could do... No, yeah, that way we get the Shredder trigger that turn. Alright, it turns out we've got a plethora of ways to kill it. Go into the red zone. I won't even kill it on upkeep, I'll just let them discard it. And then we'll see what else they do. And if they move to combat with it, then we will do that. But if they make like, to be fair, we like countering the Flight Ring if they make one anyway. See. This is a pretty interesting list. Shunned with Obosh as well, taking advantage of the mana guys, but also some red spells like Broken Giant. Pretty good. Do I want to go through this right here or Heartless Axe? I think I will Heartless Axe, because I'm fairly sure Ghost of Spirit kills all their creatures, and maybe there's some situation where Heartless Axe does not. I'm gonna say go. Wild. They're not adding, and they're not. They're gonna get got by something. Not adding. What else are they gonna have for 3? I think I see the tree. You. Take Ledger Shredder number 2, but I don't want to play it this time. We're getting our 1 in per turn. Very good. Very good. Alright. We're gonna have 5 lands. Oh, Riveteer's Charm. Extra top 3 cards to your library, 2 units that you put. That's fine. Potentially the least threatening mode to me personally. Just because we know we have a counterspell. Immediately I say that they have Domri plus. Now if they plus, the spell can't be countered. They're going to trigger Ledger Shredder, we're going to go up. Then... what do we go up to? It goes up to... I'm just thinking, do I want to sack our Ledger Shredder? I think I... There's a situation where you let this resolve and then kill the thing that comes off of it, but then we have to actually deal with the Domri in play, and it's going to persistently make their creatures uncounterable because we don't have a way to get rid of it straight away. They also paid, but I guess they may as well. I'll make sure they're unpacked. They're pretty close to just, well, they're going to be able to double spell next turn. If they have a land. Do. That's going to resolve. Either make disappear. They might play around it. They might not. Fair enough. Do I want to do this on my turn? I think not, because we still want to be able to hold make disappear. If I don't have a 6th land, then. Thoughts again. We're on 14. Thoughts to be redesignable. The problem is that oh, depends if they've got spell in hand. If they have spell in hand, then we get the spell. They try and kill our proxy, we counter the stomp. Right? That's fine. We could also just try and see the truth. Ignore the other card. I guess we should do that. It feels bad not to just draw the 3 cards when we could cards. We know there's nothing too bad coming back off of it. We're gonna trigger a Ledger Shredder. It's all kind of gravy. I think I'll have to kill here. I think at this point, because the Make Spear's getting pretty dead with them 6 lands in play, we're just going to counter this. Gonna mill ourselves a Liliana. And then should get to draw 3 cards. Excellent. Fatal Passage is actually a great one to draw as well. Alright, we're doing our thing, we're doing our thing. A couple things that punish us here. If they've been sandbagging and flight rigging and they go shake down heavy. Ooh, Great Henge is pretty good too. Yeah. Long term, the Murder Strider is gonna be better. We're gonna draw something we want to cast off of. It's 1 mana. I think I might as well. That we draw first. I want to keep that to loot. Try and I have the Murder Strider actually. They can gain some life. We're in a little bit of a ropey spot. Rid of this though. I think this is still in so? It doesn't actually tell me that though. Yeah. I'm gonna beat up the hive. Giant. I'm down to 7. Time place land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 1. No, I don't. I was like, if it lets me Murder Strider attack next turn. Sorry, Murder Strider and then attack with a 5. Alright. Please do not just cantrip through a bunch of creatures. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, we actually get paid off for this as well. I'm gonna lose your cards. Gonna Rider the. I'm gonna leave with a ton of mana. Huh. Rider the big thing first. You're on. We do need to. We can't give them more turns, really. No way. I'd rather keep it. Potentially, we need to take something. This is 6. We go back up to 7 on their turn. 10. See. Arcane of Industry. That blows up the proxy. What's legend? Still they do that. We can't find a counter spell for it. This is the house. Literally. House. Ooh, okay. Let's try and make a rhino. Should find a kill spell for the Titan. That's off now. I'll drill to dust. Gonna let us cantrip here. And we regular just shredder for something. Alright. What's he's not exactly what we want. See the truth. I'm gonna kill stuff with the Titan because that lets the Shredder attack. Okay, I'll push the tokens fine. That lets us leave, right? Better than the Graveyard Trespasser? Yeah, the Trespasser's not doing anything in face of the Titan. We are kind of low. Problematic. We're not gonna get there. We're not gonna get there. This has been a game and a half. There are a few interesting decision points where I could have played a bit differently, I think. Alright, second title probably seals it out. Especially if they gain life. We're also gonna get to attack here. Just to fall. Can't really block. Yeah, we're pretty much. Alright, let's go game 2. See if we can put something together. So... 3-mana creatures, light ringing, iron. Rid of these trespass. I don't hate the Liliana. Bring them out of cards aside. It's pretty bad. The Cling's not up to much. I want the Ritual set to pick up all the creatures. I want the counter spells. That's around the lock. Aura is kind of awkward. Catching like Flight Ring is good, but there's not very many creatures to hit. One of these dresses are really mid. Okay. I want to be able to hit it though. Can I bring it in? Oh, it hits Great Henge as well. Let's run. The problem with Liliana is that you have the Mystics. The hope is that we'll be able to like push them out of the way. We're gonna have to be on the play again. Our last game. This is totally fine. Lead pathway just so I can cast and consider. Trying to find like a relevant spell that's not just counter spell. They're on a mulligan. Yeah, they went down to 6. So pathway into 5 next turn. Mana guys is not what we'd love to see. Does he have 2 make disappears? Like this is gonna catch something, and then the second one's gonna catch something. Alternatively, able to 6. I'm kind of down for a fuck it. You don't have any mana. I can't. You're Mystic. I think I land here. I'm like, okay. I'll live. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the hand. Henge, Register, Bonus Giant. The Giant's just as hard to deal with as the Registers are. The Henge is the actual problem. I'm gonna basically kill spell. Sun anyway. They're gonna have 2 mana. If they draw a land, they'll be able to play. We've only got green mana as well. I would have probably mulliganed. So I guess if you land any color land, you get to play creature into Great Henge, presumably nothing. The Henge is the actual problem card. Like if this ever touches play one way or another, we're in trouble. I will play Takanuma out. I'm just gonna Heartless out to one of these. Fully in on the mana denial plan. They hit land, but they can't play anything. Only have green sources. Alright. Let's see what we draw. Eliminate. I don't necessarily want to fire that off. I'm gonna. I'm gonna leave this on tap. I'll say go. They now have 2 lands confirmed, so now if they any untapped land that's one of these 2 colours, they have to declare for them to may disappear. Then if they don't have anything, then we will kill the elf. Untap, far off to see the truth, yada yada. Alright. Thoughtsy. We know the duress is unlikely to hit. Has to make this appear up here. We actually want to run them out of cards a bit. I think that letting this dissolve is fine. Letting them discard to it is okay. If I play the See the Truth thing, I don't want. Yeah, I think I'm on the Brazen Borrower plus make disappear. I don't want to get rid of this. Also, there's a threat we can play next time if we find nothing else. Have a look. Proxy lets us draw a pile of cards. Our best bet. It's an interesting one because obviously you play this mana denial game, and the thing is, if you don't kill them quickly, eventually they're going to draw enough. They're going to draw land. Means they're going to end up with more cards in their hand than you generally. To find a way to catch back up. This is a reasonable window to that because we can't get too heavily back. Cards in graveyard, they have 6. Ooh, actually, okay. This is actually the essentially worst possible scenario. The truth again. There's proxy, but I'm not wanting to off right now. These are thoughts. These what's live. Get rid of one of these. We could proxy get the other one. Might attack see if they block, but I don't want to actually. We know we have a kill spell. I'm gonna proxy for cards. Maybe attack first, just to. But. Also, one of these. We gotta start chipping away. Gotta. Dropped over into. Oh. Crash chip. I'll block it. We know what's up here. With that card in the graveyard, we now so. I'm taking so much light damage. They didn't add, did they? So I actually want to cast this much. Swift End here. The idea of going drown and lock there when it plays. One cool thing with proxy, you can reset it with RR. your own stuff. We'll do that. I don't know why I was treating it like it was 7 power. Like it was 7 CMC, 7 power. To finish this off. This is use basically all the cards that we drew. But fire this off. Yeah, at this point the mate disappears pretty solid. Worst comes to worst, we can cast a creature in there. Because I'm on 8, I'm gonna make the murder shrine in there first. And then we're sacking the proxy. Not misclick. The other thing with the Murder Strider, they're going to probably add Obosh here. Then we get to thoughts. They don't. Proxy could draw 2, you still don't see the truth in the graveyard. This deck is a testament to how many cool things can we do before. Like, we're doing a lot, but we're still at a pretty rough spot. Okay. The third Ancestral Recall is too much. Let's go to game 3. On the draw. Counter spells are reasonable. Trying to evaluate basically how good like Liliana is. Running them out of cards is like a viable strategy. This is how games are playing. I do think the Ledger Traders are kind of miserable. But we need a way to end the game. For assuming they have a reasonable hand. Maybe we have enough going on. Like I'm putting these out to bring in. To be fair, the other cards are reasonable, are better threats. Like if we bring in like Trespassers. I think this is okay. That's so awkward because there's so many things we want to do that aren't make a Ledger Shredder. And the way the game's play out, we're not like tricking it a bunch. As you kind of saw there, we kind of just sat around with a 1 power one. Alterations. I think this is good. Yeah. Just gonna deal with it. Or Mr. HK. I think this is so. I think the hand is fine. We have to consider to maybe find like a kill spell or a counter spell, or at least to like kind of put us close to one. With the Brazen Borrower buys us a bunch of time. Alright. Stockland mana, guys. Ritualist's actually a really nice thing to draw now, so that we know about it. So you kind of play towards it a bit. Assuming they don't have hand through. Oh, that's the great way out. So it does still get put. It does still get cleaned. The token does still get cleaned up by. Oh, sorry. The Flipped Fable still does get cleaned up by rituals. Okay. Yeah. Sure. We're playing towards rituals, but I want to find like a counter spell for some permanent base. I think the river now. Did get the mate disappear. We do need a 4th land. Maybe I'm making a mistake here, not just see the shooting form. Can do that next turn. some options. They pitched. Ooh, Ilhog we didn't know about. Jeez. Also rounds into 5. So they can counter. I can't counter it.
Did you just call me scrawny? What's that? Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
I'm gonna get rid of this. I kind of have to pay to play it. I think my actual best line of play is Liliana uptick into Ritualist. We need a land. Oh, we need a land so badly. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. I'm gonna find a land. That's it. I'm kind of gambling a bit. Ooh, Trespasser also plays right into us. We get to eat our seed. Kind of cool. This line gets replayed to Domri. Oh. Okay, well the first combat high flight ringing isn't as threatening. Still not great for. There's only really one line here. Now we're in a bit of trouble. If nothing in board, they're gonna be able to make the Domri. At least it's not a touch straight away. I'd like to draw lands, we get to go Trespasser. I go Trespasser, hold up counter spell. They're always gonna get. Maybe this one turn, Liliana, hold up counter better. I'm gonna.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
Gotta make this appear.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I'll hold up the other one.
Oh, I wish you could see
What's
your
up, Domri?
face when I'm beating you.
Oh, I can't have that. Get to Thoughtsy. Pretty rough. Yeah, Trespass is the correct take. All in the bin. They still at least don't have. I should not have done it this way around. I should have used. I should say Monogram River so I could Brazen Borer this time. That would have been actually really.
What's that? Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
I flip. I don't want to flip it. Let's see the truth. I'm probably gonna discard this, make this there. Transforms as well.
Don't overthink things.
It ain't the first time I've been knocked about.
And I think I hold up the Brazen Borer just so this doesn't flip back over. Feels kind of weird, but I think that's actually correct. I can add plus, they still don't get that.
Have at it, boys.
Bosh. I'm just gonna concede, and that is Blue-Black Proxy in action. Enjoy the video, please hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel. Again, lots of explore content and stuff, cover a bunch of different decks. If you've got ideas for decks or cards you want to see me play or try and brew with, let me know in the comments. And other than that, have a great day. Peace out. Take care.